Two participants of our first group are fighting against each other now. Unfortunately, we had some technical issues from the third participant of the first group, so there will be and so there will be only one match between the players of the first group. All right, let's see what they will do. Oh, we can see a Mimi in action. That's pretty cool. I like the animation when she grows to the Grif form, to its bigger form. The animation is really awesome.
Yeah, so far we can see the vampire is in a little bit trouble because Mimi he pushed him out and keep him low life. But yeah, one thing to say, if you check the talents from Mimi, you can see she got in the first line, she got this here right,
Yes.
and in the second line she done a big mistake in her build. Why? She's playing a part of the set of the heal set, right? But this set gives energy, and did Mimi use any energy? No.
No, actually not.
Yeah, this is he wasted this talent on her. Not so good. Let's see if she will use this talent or
Alright,
just
let's
wait.
see, but kinda interesting.
Yeah, this is a point. This is you shouldn't be so greedy. He got the time, you know. He got enough time because he pushed the vampire down on low HP. He don't need to take the risk. Can farm. He can keep the pressure on him, and now he's behind. Gave the vampire first blood. Gave him enough time to capture the flag in the mid. Oh, not really. I don't understand why the vampire is so low life. You also look at the vampire, please. Um, I don't want to say something negative, but he also do this. He play with the heal in the first line, you see, and if you check his second line, he also got energy rate. This
Yes, I
is
see.
this is a pretty
Gradients of
strange
energy.
thing. Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, alright. Maybe it's kinda smart move.
Not really sure. Not really sure about this. But I think the vampire will be a really hard time, a really hard time. He play with the edge to restore HP, with the heal, but I'm missing the damage. He got not enough damage. If I check his lines, normally the vampire is a char. If you play the vampire, you have to poke the enemy all the time. So
All
I
the
would,
time, like Yerp did.
yeah, exactly. The way
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
Jerpy was playing, pushing the enemy around, and that's why you start in the first line, for example, with int over time, yeah, to get more power, to make more damage on the enemy, and you spam all the time your Q, all the time Q on the enemy.
Alright.
But he tried, but the problem is he got not enough damage to poke the Mimi down.
Alright.
Let's
Let's see
see
how it
what.
will be. Um,
Yeah, Mimi got already a big advance.
seems like that.
I mean,
Cause
she's pretty behind in Prime, but she got the control. The vampire has to be so fair, so careful. One mistake of him, and he's dead.
I'm not really understand what was that. Why haven't Mimi attacked the vampire while she was in her bigger form? Why not?
It is a pretty dangerous. You have to see the vampire got his ultimate already, right? And he was
One moment, let me
trying.
see. Yeah, I see it. Okay.
And Mimi done it in the first step. She tried to tower dive the vampire, and the vampire exactly wait for this. He wait for a tower dive to use his ultimate and to catch him up. You see?
Yes,
You
I see
see?
it. Yep.
This is what he was waiting for. He was baiting. I call it a bait. He stay low life, yeah,
Yes.
and wait until Mimi get greedy. Mimi see, oh, he's low life. I try to kill him, but yeah, don't forget the ultimate of the vampire.
It's not so easy as Mimi thought. Alright.
And she could play it a little bit smarter. For example, well, this was a nice bug. For example, she make her stacks ready, right? And until maybe 45 or 48, something like this. And then she waits for the vampire who come out a little bit, using first the jump into the enemy, using the W, and then using the E to make the damage. And she know I will grow up, I will get big, yeah, and can do my combination. But she went in with not enough stacks to get big. This is pretty dangerous. This was exactly what the vampire was waiting for. And now she's in trouble because she says 3 levels behind.
Really? And also 2000 of prime behind vampire. So seems like it will be really hard for Mimi.
She should try to play more aggressive. I mean, you see, she's standing there. Now she's losing her stacks, you see? She got no option to wait.
Yeah, really. I don't know, but now it's kind of dangerous because there is only one kill left till vampire will win. So she must act like really smart and
I think the biggest problem is she gives the vampire time to restore the ultimate, right? And this is a bad decision because she can't be sure now at the moment how the vampire will react. Will he stay again and wait and bait her under the tower? As you see, he don't really try to poke. He's standing behind and is a little bit waiting. This is pretty dangerous for Mimi because normally if you play it's no matter if you play 5 versus 5 or 1 versus 1 or 3 versus 3. The first thing what you have to do in every game is to check the talent of your enemy.
Okay.
Because then you can make the decision how you want to play versus him. If I see, for example, the vampire, I see, okay, he don't have so much damage. I can try to make pressure on him all the time, right? But Mimi also know, oh, the vampire got a huge amount of heal. Yeah? So don't give the vampire any time to restore the cooldowns of the heal. It can do something.
Okay.
Don't wait for it. Because then you can make the decision how you want. Now it gets pretty hard. Now it gets really hard for Mimi to come back. If she don't get the kill soon, it's over, I guess.
Look.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, this was the greediness, for example, this was the greediness of the vampire. So he went way too deep, and now you see Mimi is nearly back in game. I mean, the prime difference is just down to 200, and the vampire is still dead for 10 seconds.
Yeah, really? Mimi's back in game. Back in business.
Yeah, and she's a little bit smarter. Oh no, she also used in the second line the energy red. Okay, but she deal damage. At least she got damage. The last talent in line 2 is a talent in line 3, also 2 talents in line 4, where she can pick up some damage and can make pressure. Now now it will be pretty hard for the vampire to get back, because if she is pushing, if she's going to push the vampire, he can easily pick him up. Let's see this stats. The vampire got in complete 2700 HP, right? And the stamina is around about 120. And she's able. She got a good damage output to put him down. She just need to be careful for the ultimate. And this is the only way how the vampire can beat her.
Alright, but it's also an interesting fight. You have kinda... kinda intrigue here, you know?
Yep. This was a smaller mistake of Mimi. But now, go, Mimi, go! Go, but why he's moving back?
I don't know.
This was the second kill, and with this kill he could easily push a tower, and the vampire is dead for a while. Maybe.
Yeah, actually, it was a great chance.
Yeah.
But now she seems to be in danger, right?
No. She still can pick him up, but she uses spells in the wrong way. You jump, use the W, and then you use the last spell, the E. And
okay.
you have to hit the enemy. You have to stay close on the enemy as long as the W is on. And the E spell is also doing some damage. And she need to wait that she have enough stacks, jump into the enemy, use W, use the E, she get big, and using all spells again, and the vampire is dead. As I said, he don't have a lot of HP. And this is also, if you see, you get big, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Mimi is, in my opinion, the strongest char at the moment.
One of the strongest, okay.
She is really strong. If you play 5 versus 5, for example, such advice how to play her in 5 versus 5, you never use the jump or the E spell. They are just there to escape or to make the safe kill. You just farm all the time with W.
W, okay, the second spell, right?
Yeah, and if you get big, you push the wave into the enemy tower, yeah, and fall back. If you get ganked, this is pretty cool. If you get ganked and you are in a small version, first of all you can jump out in this, right? If the enemy is smart enough to have a small eye for 100 prime, what they should have all the time if you play versus Invis and you want gank some hero who is able to get Invis, yeah, you need this eye. But the good point on Mimi is she got the E spell. So if they use the eye of her to her, she can use her E spell to come out pretty easy. And that's why she's so strong. She's really hard to gank. You have to wait until she wastes her spells for some reason, or if she is big. That's your options to kill her. Me, what's harder to play? I would definitely say the vampire. He got a good poke, yeah, but the vampire is a char. Everyone want to gank the vampire. You don't want to have a vampire in late game. That's fact. You are easy to gank. You just got your invis. That's all. You got just the circle. And in a normal way, if you play the vampire, you are poking the enemy all the time, and try to pick him up, and kill him. And that's why you get ganked all the time.
Alright, it's good to know, thank you. Really nice information, a lot of it. But why isn't Mima attacking Vampire while she's in her bigger form? I just can't understand. Well,
Yes, she's way too passive. She's really way too passive. She let you see she come up all the time, and now you see the W, and she was moving back, right? But
yes,
she knows she get big. So why move back? Why move back? Press as much damage into the enemy as you can, yeah. And if
yes,
you get big, use the spells pretty fast. You got your silence if you get big, right? You got really tanky. You got the stun. You got this knock up and this jump. You got a huge amount of damage output, which is pretty decent. But she's playing really careful. I think she don't want to die.
okay. Yeah, I can understand why she or why he Mimi. Actually, there were a lot of discussions whether Mimi is she or he, and actually Mimi is he. So I can understand why he don't want to die, because he will lose already if he will die now. But still, I think it would be great to push Vampire in the bigger form, and to show everything what Mimi got.
Yeah,
Would be great.
I mean, for example, you see the Hear of the Vampire is in cooldown, right? And she have to use this. She have to use this. But she's waiting, she's waiting, and soon the spell is ready again. And the bigger problem is, it's a stronger meme you get, you clear the wave too fast to get big. You know, in the early game you get pretty fast big because it's just the damage you deal, the hits and the hits you are taking to get big, right?
Yes.
But but now is the W is so powerful that the wave is cleared really fast. She needs to get poked to hold the stacks up. And here she's doing it again. She's moving back. Let's see. She's waiting. Q is ready. W is ready.
Yeah, he's really waiting because and always coming back, always returning. Hmm.
The most players I know so far just need 7 days or 8 days to reach 2000 with Mimi. It's pretty. She's pretty easy to play, and there's a discussion about how to play Mimi. I mean, I need something about 5 or 6 days to reach 2K with her.
Hmm. In order to
And
understand the wall mechanics.
yeah, it's and now it's nothing. Not only the mechanics. It's the mechanics pretty easy of her. The main goal is, or the main point is, to understand how she works. Um, if you always play cunning, if you play int, you
Hmm.
play cunning. If you play straight, you still play cunning. Straight is pretty effective if you are big because you deal a really huge amount of damage with auto attacks. But most players in lower rating don't know that their attacks per second stay on one attack every 2 seconds. They don't getting more.
All right.
It's not depending on your agility. It's always one attack every 2 seconds, or no, or 0.5 attacks per second. In my opinion, if you play straight, you have to be full equipped. You need a really hard equip to play a straight effective. But if you do it, if you got the equipment, you are a monster. You are really monster. And I also don't like on the way how Mimi play at the moment. you can hold your big form pretty easy. You just need some hits while you are big, and as you get some hits, you got a good defense with stamina under, right? So you
Mhm.
get a little bit of damage and you heal all the time if you are big. So why don't try to stay big? If I'm big, I try to get some damage of minions to stay big as long as I can.
Actually, yes.
Now jump. Nice. And if you are big, normally your combination is not the jump and the W. First of all, it's the E spell. Why? Because you can silence the enemy, right?
Yes.
This is really important. You can silence the enemy for 2 seconds. So this makes Mimi pretty safe to kill the vampire, to kill him before he's even able to use his ultimate. You silence him, then you use your W, your stomp, right? And then you jump to finish him off.
Alright, seems to be like an effective combination to use for Mimi. Maybe if Osamad hears you, he can try it out. Alright, some aggressive attacks. Nice.
And you see, she stay big. She get damage, right?
Uh-huh. Yes, and
She's
she stays big. Really.
yeah. This is really important. And now the ultimate deal nearly zero damage. If you are big, you got good stamina, you got good will, you can fight him.
Alright.
She's still healing. This is the main point of Mimi. What we have to understand: how to get big and how to stay big.
Mm-hmm. Really important. I thought Mimi was going to kill Vampire right now, while she was in a big form. If honestly. So, at least it seemed to me so.
Yeah, but we can see um yeah, she got the lack of damage at the moment. I think her penetration is also pretty low. I mean, she's level 24, right? And she just got penetration by 72% at the moment, which yeah, it's really pretty low. But the vampire is even worse. I don't want to flame him, but 40% on the vampire is way too less. It's a way too less to kill somebody.
Hmm. Um, what amount should be?
On the vampire.
Yes.
Normally, you can say nearly with every hero, you should be between 75 and 120% penetration at all.
Mm-hmm. Much more.
Yeah, much more. Check the prime, pretty close together. You see, Mimi take nearly zero damage by the vampire, and this was with a complete combination of spells.
Yes, I can see it. Really.
See what the vampire got at the moment. Talents. Yeah, check his build. That's a problem. So far he got not one talent skill with cunning, not even one. I mean, if you would play this build in a 5 versus 5, yeah, you would have a really hard time as vampire. It's more or less. I think he tried to be tanky, yeah, but this is not the job of a vampire. A vampire has to poke, have to get the target, and have to kill the target. That's the job of the vampire. And also you have to, if you play the vampire, yeah, there's one thing what the most players don't use. If you are on native ground and you use your Q spell, yeah.
Playing for Mimi, you mean?
No, I mean if you are the vampire.
For the map, okay.
Look, normally the vampire is a good hero. Mimi is a little bit better because she got no spell which is depending on native or enemy ground. You know, she got 0 spells which are depending on the ground where you fight. But the vampire got is also pretty good because he got no only one spell where he get a bonus from native, and this is what this is really important. He is missing at the moment penetration, right? But if he uses his Q from native ground, he can remove the stamina and will, the death of the enemy. So if you try to poke with the Q spell, poke from native ground to be more effective.
It's really interesting now how the battle will end and who will win at the end.
I set my money on Mimi.
On Mimi?
Yeah, the build is pretty much better, and she's nearly finishing the next set. Yeah, she got bonus damage. This is pretty cool. I mean, you see the vampires all the time low life, right? If you finish the last talent in tier 4, she got a bonus damage, which maybe could be the win. Also, she building up cunning. What's very important, she building up cunning to bring more damage into the enemy.
This is really 1-1 now. What's happening now?
Yeah, I think they should change some talents for 1-1. Not only for 1-1. I never would play a build like this. Not from the vampire and not from the mimi. They are not really efficient. But anyway, I'm more a player who's playing really aggressive. I try to push, for example, with my Mimi, I push the enemy all the time around. I push them all the time around. I try to make the enemy team gank me. I want that they come to me to gank me. Why? Because I got so many escapes to be safe. And if the enemy team is ganking me, my team got the spot to gank somewhere else to pick up a kill. I'm safe. It's okay. Gank me. Waste your time. You know what I mean?
Yes, I understand it. She has really a lot of escape skills.
Ah,
Like,
that's it.
alright, Vampire made it.
Yeah.
Alright, it lasted more than half an hour. A little bit more than half an hour.
Yeah, it's pretty. Nah, it's it's possible. It's possible to win versus the vampire in a 1-1. But you are right. He's a really hard laner, and normally he just losing lanes if you are getting ganked all the time. It's really hard to hold him, which is hard poke. I just answer it or just say something to the Twitch chat.
Yeah, I understood you. Okay, great. I think that we have both of our finalists now, and we will be back after a short break. Right? Thanks for everybody for watching.